I am already in North Korea. Honestly, the river is wider from my own eyes than I saw from the videos before. This is the government building. There are no billboards in North Korea, so the buildings are all covered in slogans instead. This is the elite area. These buildings all went up after the 2024 Yalu River floods. I didn't expect there were so many tall buildings. But honestly, it looks pretty empty. Across the river in Dandong, it feels like a totally different world. Right now, we are going to a restaurant with North Korean waiters. It's almost impossible to film inside the restaurants, but at least I can talk with them a little bit, maybe. 谢谢。
我朝鲜人。
哦，来几年中国了？
我刚刚来。
哦，能回国吗？能回去吗？
我们的出国。
能回朝鲜吗？平常？
大概3年以后。
哦。好奇你们是怎么来的呀？是选拔来的吗？
我因为大学因为平壤人都有服务员，都我们平壤人。
哦。休息吗
？1月1天休息。
那有工资吗？
有工资。
钱。
哦，秘密。
All the waiters are from elite families in Pyongyang, and they only have 1 day off a month. I didn't know what to say. It felt like we lived in a totally different world. The next day, I kept heading north along the China-North Korea border. But there's no public transportation to Qingshi Village. So I had to spend the night in Ji'an, a little border town, and then rent a car from there to get to Qingshi Village. But what I didn't expect was that in Ji'an, I would see a totally different side of North Korea.
我看印尼朝鲜比中国印尼负担轻，不像中国负担，住房花钱，学年数加住院你都不花钱，它不像咱中国这个都是大钱呢，你挣2个就够花，是不是？
他现在窗户是有，但是窗户有的家没玻璃，有的能上得起玻璃的家不多，他都有时候就是拿塑料布蒙着。
This is an elite area. This is where average people live. And I just found out that the building closer to the China is better than the houses inside. Watching the North Korea is like watching a real Truman Show.
哎呀，看出来，哎呀，对，过来给小鸡腿吃。哎呦，这是官儿啊，这车肯定是官儿。对。
Watching North Korea from here is just like a recreational activity for our Chinese. I genuinely think North Korea is like China 40 years ago. Honestly, I think it looks so simple and so happy, honestly. Maybe they don't have so many money or so many luxury things, but they live just simple and happy. Along the border, there are plenty of shops offering views of North Korea and selling North Korean souvenirs from who knows where. Designed in Korea. Like we always said, DPRK is North Korea, but they think it is Korea. They don't add a North.
对，物资相对还是匮乏，但是老百姓的幸福指数都挺高，反正让咱看到的都挺快乐的。但有一些他不让咱看。
I just paid 30 yuan for this book. It is North Korean currency. And hopefully, if one day I can reach 10,000 subscribers, I want to give it to you, one of you as a present. Would you guys like it? I majored in finance, and I'm just fond of collecting the currency from all over the world. Wait, 它本来值多少钱人民币？
这个嘛，
哦。
这我还不懂。
I talked with a bunch of shop owners that day, and none of them really knew the exchange rate. But honestly, I don't blame them. North Korea's currency is just way too confusing. The official rate and the black market rate are completely different. The main reason behind all this is North Korea's currency reform in 2009. Long story short, before the reform, whether you had 15 million won or 1.5 million won, after the reform, you would still end up with exactly 100,000 won in the new currency. This reform directly wiped out about 99% of people's savings in North Korea. Compared with Dandong, Ji'an is less touristic and more local. And the buildings here have more of a Korean flair. As you can see, all the buildings seem to be constructed in the same blueprint. White walls, light blue tiles, and some buildings are even with the color paintings.
大爷，你在干啥呀？
我在刷河了。
这个水会流到朝鲜那边去吗？
不会，
哦
就是流到那个江里头，
哦，这个水能喝吗？
不能喝。以前也可以，
哦。
但是不能喝，所以就流。
The small ditch flows from that side of mountain into Yalu River. It reminds me of the south of China, even though I'm in the north. And honestly speaking, my skin feels way more hydrated on entering here. It's surrounded by mountains, so it basically forms a basin here. So compared to other places at the same latitude, Ji'an is way more humid.
Let me give you a quick room tour. I stayed here last night and I'm pretty happy about it. That is a bathroom. And I have a really nice bedroom. I paid this room 60 yuan per night. I think it's quite affordable. Let's see the view outside. Can you see the mountains over there? That is North Korea. It's only about 500 meters away. And look, like I said, all the buildings have the same layout. White walls, light blue tiles. Pretty clean, right? Alright, set off for Qingshi. I rented this car for 1 day. The car rent is 110 yuan. Like $15, right? In fact, the last time I drove the car was 2 years ago. You know, the public transport in China is quite comprehensive, so in most of my time, I would take the public transport to travel. But this time, Qingshi Village, there's no public transportation. So... Hi! In front of me, there's a checkpoint for the border. 100 meters ahead, there's a border check. Hey. 可以了。好的。Well, I didn't expect I went so smoothly. I thought I would be under the restrict check, and they would ask me where I'm from and why why did I go there? But nothing, but there's nothing, only scan my face and they let me go. Okay, so right now we're officially at Qingshi Village, the small village inside the North Korea.
Military restricted zone. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm a little bit afraid. I'm afraid. Oh.
It looks like I am already in North Korea. Kusongdong. Let's get off the car and take a look. I don't know what is it. It's like a signal tower with the cameras on it. 1 camera, 2 cameras. Right over there is North Korea's Kusongdong. And it said on the internet, it is a place for North Korea to research the weapons, maybe the nuclear weapons. Only Chinese and North Koreans can enter this part of area. The foreigners are forbidden to enter here. I cannot describe how close I am to the North Korea, but I can even hear the songs, and I can hear the 猪叫声和鸡叫声 from the North Korea. Look, there's a gate and there's a clock. And if you have a key, you can open the door and go downstairs to go some kind of a fishing. To be honest, this electric wire doesn't have electricity, in fact. And the fence is just as tall as me. I am 165 meters high. And I think I can easily climb over it. Oh.
你是哪的？吉安的？
我山东的，来这玩的。
山东的？
啊、
哎呦我天！
您就住这儿吗？
我就住在这。
哦，那边过得咋样啊？您知道吗？
朝鲜的嘛。
嗯。
朝鲜那么早还是挺穷的。他以前也行，以前扬州市哈，他给咱就是说大豆，松树籽儿，还有羊，那么羊多。
哦。
他要盐，盐卷儿。
哦。
什么都要，他那么什么都缺。以前随便走，这江头进咋的？有船。
以前有船啊？
有船都。
那以前有电网吗？
没有。以前都没拉这个特色网的，随便。朝鲜大名就随便，我上江打鱼，随便就过来上咋这样给我两个坐唠嗑呢。
那你们互相能听懂吗？
听不懂比划，比划，一边说一边比划。
那边过来的都是什么人啊？
当兵的。
哦。
老百姓吧，有的也行，跟当兵弄好了，他也干。
哦。
I really didn't expect before the pandemic, soldiers from the North Korea can easily get across the river. They just took a boat and went across the river and chatted with the citizens in China's part.
Can you hear me?
Right now, my right hand side, my behind, and my left hand side are all North Korea. And I am actually standing in China right now. As a neighbor, I really hope North Korea can open its border one day so that the world will see the North Korea. Okay, so that is all of my today's video. What do you guys think? And thanks for watching. I'm a new vlogger, and if you like my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe me. Bye bye.